Right, here we are, all packed up, ready to head on home. It's supposed to be a glorious sunny day again, blue sky, look at that. Although it was a bit cloudy to start, tent's all dried out, all good. We're all packed, sat nav set. Let's rock and roller. Let's turn the helmet on, which isn't a euphemism. Well, it'd be nice to get a bit of breeze going. It's ever so warm. And we're off. Road trip. Ooh, lovely bit of breeze. So what do I think of the Guzzi for touring? Well, I mean, this is the first, well, big adventure bike, if that's what you want to call it. Travel bike, I guess, is a better term. I wouldn't really want to take it off-road, but a lot of that's more to do with my ability. But I can imagine it would show its limitations reasonably quickly, especially in the hands of an inexperienced rider. But for eating up miles, oh yeah, no complaints. Sticks to the road really well. You know, I got quite a load up. I didn't spare on the camping gear, and it's handling it absolutely no problem at all. Cruise control is a real boon. You know, when you get onto those motorway sections and you can just dial in whatever speed you like, and it makes sure that you keep your license and or stick to the, you know, whatever speed you want. Cruising at 70 is no problem whatsoever, and I would be quite happy to cruise a bit higher than that if you know, the opportunity arose. You never know, maybe one day we'll go to Germany. And you know, roads like this for sort of B-road bashing, it's handling is fantastic. You know, it's, I had a CB500X before this and I thought that was good, but this is on a whole other level. It really does stick to the road like you wouldn't believe, and the brakes are brilliant. There's no two ways of, you know, about it. The 500X sometimes, you know, they were absolutely adequate, nothing wrong with them, but just sometimes you felt like you could do with a little bit more maybe, but I've not had that with this. The brakes are really progressive and they come on strong when you need them to, you know. So we got about 300 miles to go, 250, 300 miles. So we'll try and get 100 down, then we'll stop for some gas, and I'll need a top up of water I expect by then, and maybe a coffee. That sounds good. And if we come across any sites on the way, I'll let you know. I'm determined to get a tin mine on film. I haven't managed to do it yet, I can't believe it. You know, we're in the county of tin mines, and every time I've driven past one, the camera's not been running. Okay, well, we'll hold it there for a bit then, folks, and we'll catch up, you know, when we get to coffee time or something. Right, we're going to get a shot of a tin mine. We're going to go right past it. There's the chimney stack. Oh, two at once! Wow! So you can't see too much from there, but oh, right, we got a shot of a tin mine. Hurrah! So apparently the A30 is closed again, so we're taking a bit of a detour. But never mind, it's a lovely day and the Guzzy is just a joy to ride, so I really don't mind. Oh, there's another tin mine. This one looks in a bit of a better state of repair. Quite sad really how such a massive industry around here, which, you know, obviously was a real boon for the county. It is a huge employer, although, you know, conditions were mostly awful, I have to say. You know, how all that has all just died off because it was no longer competitive, and I guess, you know, I mean, there must be hundreds of miles of tunnels underneath this county, so you know, a lot of the tin and the other ores that were being extracted just got too expensive to mine. So I don't think there's any tin mines left in Cornwall now. There was one operating until fairly recently, but I'll double check that and I'll pop it in the comments. Oh, the sun's going in. Hopefully, I think this is the big grey cloud that went over us this morning when I was just woken up and having me breakfast. So hopefully we'll ride out the other side of it. There wasn't any rain, so fingers crossed there won't be any rain. Now, Constantine, if you're ever down here, there's a really good well, liquor store, I guess you'd call it, in Constantine, and they sell absolutely every kind of spirit that you can think of. You know, they've literally got a whole wall covered in gin, and it's a really big wall. Definitely worth a visit if you're down this way. Whatever your favourite tipple is, they'll have it, and loads of other stuff besides, some really exotic stuff, literally from like £1,000 Japanese whiskies right down to your, you know, your run-of-the-mill sort of vodkas and things like that. But there's definitely go there, really worth a visit. So we're just A-road bashing our way across Bodmin Moor, sat on the A30, which is dual carriageway, as you can see. The cruise control is dialed in, and as you can see, although it says 77 on there, it says 70 on there, so I'm going with that one. So the speedo does, in a typical Italian style, read a bit optimistically. But nevertheless, it's a nice place to be. I've got my pack on the seat behind me, nice backrest, and I can just lean back and cruise. The only thing, weirdly, that might be nice to have is a set of highway pegs. But anyway, I'm not quite sure how much of this kind of riding I'm going to do, but anyway, let's get past these brothers. Yeah, well, that was clever, wasn't it? Next time, look in your mirror. gullies do sound nice though. Oh, so that building over there, I think, is the Jamaica Inn, which is, you know, famous in novels, etc. Yeah, it is, Jamaica Inn, which is where the A30 used to run directly past it, but now it's all been bypassed. But yeah, it kind of trades on its reputation, but it's worth a visit if you're heading down this way. This is a nice place to be. Cruise control on, James Brown playing in my ear, and weather could be a bit less grey, but hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Oh look, my straps escaped. On. So we're just going across the top of Dartmoor now. That's the services I stopped near Oakhampton. Just get the old cruise control dialed in. And there we go. Sit back and relax. Listen to the fun-loving criminals and let's eat some miles. Gotta say, this flipping cruise control never gets old. It is absolutely flipping brilliant being able to do this, ride along and give each hand a rest in between. Not that there's a huge amount of vibration coming through the bars, but yeah, just the job. With a tent packed on the back, sit back and relax, and you just need, weirdly, it feels like it'd be nice to have some highway pegs, just a peg that you can sort of move your feet around on a bit. So compared to like the 500X, I think at this speed it was a little bit buzzy to do it, and I'm sure it'd do it all day. You know, it's a Honda, it's reliable. It'd be a bit more cramped up than this. The seating position on here I just find really like natural. It just kind of suits me. Just done a 2-hour stint before we stopped and didn't really feel fatigued at all. Just getting a bit fidgety towards the end. Yeah, and here we go, off we go again. You know, could do some serious miles on this. So coming up to the M5A30 interchange in a minute. We're going to be going a bit of motorway madness and heading up the M5. Because we're making a stop off on the way home to see the lovely lady, meet up for lunch. Which will be a welcome stop actually. Then we got about a 35-mile stint on the M5, which normally I wouldn't do. I go through the Blackdown Hills and that way because it's much more scenic, but speed is of the essence today, so motorway it is. Well mate, you're going to be on my YouTube channel. go. What's that saying? Google, 33 miles to turn off. So let's hope the traffic keeps moving the way it is. So for eating up the miles, this is just brilliant. Cruise control is fairly intuitive to use. The only thing that keeps kind of like catching me out is the resume function, which is a long press up. But other than that, it's just a case of getting used to it, you know. And since I've fitted these things, I can't believe the difference that they have made with the turbulence that was coming up behind the screen. I could literally sit here all day now. Although, you know, riding on motorways and dual carriageways isn't ideal on a bike. For eating up the miles, yeah, this is it's still the way to travel. So we're going to make a stop at the Bridge Cafe in Langport, top venue, grab some lunch and then scoot off the rest of the way home. Oh, it looks busy. Looks very busy. That is that.